So just a quick video on an article I just saw, thanks to a friend that sent it to me on Twitter. I will credit them in the link in the video. And it's about the rise of Skywalker and how The Last Jedi ruined the character of Luke Skywalker before he could be in any subsequent movies. And the article is actually by a guy called Charles Barfield, working for a website called The Playlist. And I'll just read it out for the benefit of people that can't see the text, but we'll see the link. But it says, over the last 2 years, there's been no shortage of hot takes surrounding Rian Johnson's film Star Wars The Last Jedi. Everyone seems to have an opinion, and most of these feelings tend to be very passionate one way or the other. But over this time, the fans have been most vocal, while the folks in Hollywood have been pretty reserved. Well, it appears that we're entering the final phase of The Last Jedi critiques, where everyone, including actors and filmmakers involved, as well as outside Hollywood folks, feels the need to express their opinions before Rise of Skywalker is released. Enter director Joseph Kahn, the filmmaker best known for projects such as Talk and Bodied, as well as his various music videos and his R-rated Power Rangers short film, recently went to social media and discussed his views on The Last Jedi. Long story short, he dislikes what Johnson did with Luke Skywalker and openly wonders why the filmmaker didn't just listen to Mark Hamill when crafting the story. Mark Hamill spent 4 decades with Luke Skywalker, tweeted Khan. George Lucas created the character, but Hamill brought him to life. If anyone knows what Luke would or wouldn't do, it's him. Actors are not props, they are storytellers. He added, why are there 9 movies about the Skywalkers? Because through Hamill, Skywalker is a symbol for hope. Each episodic branch leads back to him, the beating heart of the story. If you don't love Luke, you don't love Star Wars. You just like spaceships. While this can all be perceived as more veiled insinuations against The Last Jedi, the filmmaker goes a step further and brings it all together with how he thinks Rian Johnson ruined one of the most important aspects of Star Wars, the Force. The Force is for everyone, is not a philosophy, it's a marketing gimmick, he said. Movies are sold subjectively through a protagonist's journey. We identify with Luke and relate to his underdog status. The Force is a metaphor, not a literal collective video game achievement. When we root for Hamill, we are already rooting for ourselves, Khan continued. After Last Jedi, the Force is impersonal. Just something to dole out to random broom kids. It's just a meaningless participation trophy that anyone can win. It's removed of all metaphor or meaning. He concluded by saying, he suspects that every fan does, retcons are coming. He concludes by saying he suspects what every fan does, retcons are coming to Rise of Skywalker. We'll just have to wait and see how this whole story plays out on December the 20th when Skywalker Saga is finished. And you can click the link below to read the entire thread, and that takes you to Twitter. If you look at Joseph Kahn on Twitter, you'll be able to find the link. So what do we take from that article? Well, I think it's saying pretty much what a lot of people in the industry and a lot of people in the fandom are thinking and have thought for the last 2 years, but have been afraid to say anything about through fear of either Disney or through fear of their business, who are on the Disney payroll. And this guy is just cutting loose and saying his own thing and speaking his mind, and I have to applaud him for it. I mean, this pretty much sums up everything I've thought personally for the last 2 years. And I think we're going to see a lot more articles like this come out over the next week or so, leading up to the final movie, of people feeling that they are now sort of free of any kind of shackles and blanket of silence that they have to abide by related to the industry, and stop them from actually speaking their mind about this thing. And obviously this has been the case for 2 years, and it's created a pressure cooker for people in the industry, and it's just come to a boiling point now, and I think this stuff is just going to explode, whether it's the actors, whether it's people writing about the movie, whether it's people involved in the production of the movie, whether it's people involved in Disney, toy companies, affiliated businesses. I think the next 2 weeks are going to be really interesting with things like this coming out, and I think the more people share this stuff, get it out online, the more aware we can make everyone out there when it comes to crap like The Rise of Skywalker, and making people wake up and realise what's going on behind the scenes and how badly the franchise has been treated, and the actors and the characters have been treated as well. So let me know what you think to this article. Leave a comment. I'd love to read it. I always do. Like, subscribe and share, and hit the bell as well if you want to be notified of future videos. And do check that you are also still subscribed, because people are being unsubscribed without their notification or without my notification. So just do give that a check to make sure. So I'll speak to you in the next video. This is a selection of my favourite channels on YouTube. Be sure to pay them a visit. If you like their content, please give them a subscribe. Thank you.